My little rock stars, how are we? My little mamas, how are we? How are we? It's been such a long minute. It's been about 10 months since I've uploaded. Sorry. If you want to see more, there's plenty on TikTok. Uh, if you want to see uploads there, there's pretty much. We are starting something new. So before we can start something new, I guess we should go over the last few months. And then I'll get into the real reason why I'm here. So if we're going to fast forward it, where I left you off was at Justin and Melissa's beautiful wedding last fall. And then from there, I started working at Crunch Gym in Cicero. I learned a lot. However, I made very little money. I really liked the management there. Gio and Chris were really good. Their boss, however, was an asshole. And I was super duper bored. Well, I spent the majority of my day walking in circles. I learned a lot. That was for sure. However, I stopped working there back in February, and then I started February, March, April, and then the beginning of May, I was delivering for Walmart delivery. I was making more money doing that than I was working at the gym. And then on May 6th, I got into a car accident. I wouldn't even call it a real car accident. I got stuck in a ditch. However, insurance wouldn't cover any of the damages, and so therefore I lost my car. So, since May, we are now on June 30th. No, today is not the 30th. Today's the 29th. Today's Sunday the 29th. I have only been doing my little mamas. Trying to find something remote. I did try to get something in person, like at Walmart and stuff. That's 7 miles one way. I did it once, and I ended up getting super duper sick, and I was down and out for just getting back to normal. Just finished my last antibiotic yesterday, so it's been 10 days since plus 10 days for this. Yeah, so it's been almost a month. Holy shit. No wonder it feels like it's been forever for me doing anything, having energy. So I've been just doing that. Back to normal now. I am going to start. I was been posting regularly on all the other social medias though, except for TikTok. Ever since TikTok was bought out, it just hasn't been the same. Just hasn't been the same. So I've been thinking a lot, which is why we are here. I love my yabber jabbers. And TikTok doesn't really promote yabber jabbers. So we're gonna really focus on trying to make at least a vlog a week. And this is where the something new comes in. This is the exciting part. So, since I have lost my car, when I was at the gym full time, I was killing it. I worked out 5 days a week. My nutrition was spot on. It was really good. I felt and acted like a real coach. I got myself a coach. It was good. I was in a really good place. And then after I left the gym, I was still working out 4 to 5 days a week. Ever since though, I have not been to the gym since May 6th. Well, before that, April 28th was the last time I went to the gym. So that's been a long time. I've done a few home workouts, but nothing really substantial. I have been binge eating. So this month has really been really bad, I guess. It's the only words that I can put it. Not not being who I want to be. You know? Like, I have a vision of what my life should look like, and it's nothing like that ever since I lost the car. And it's just so. We're gonna start over. Today is day 3. I wrote it down on my calendars because I'm gonna forget what days we're on. I know I am. But today's day 3. The first day I fucked up. I was like, all right, we're done. We're gonna start this over. We're gonna cut there. Put this in the beginning. Because of all of that, I created myself a new plan. Because honestly, creating the plan is simple. It's easy for me to make the plan. It's simple for me to make the plans for my girls. It's doing the plan that's the hard part. That is the hard part, is doing the plan. The actions that come along with it. And I have not been good at my actions. So I feel as though I really need to live the way that I preach, and I haven't been. So we're here to document that. So, created a plan. Plan is very basic. It's pretty much what I would give to any of a newer client, somebody just getting in. Steps are 7,000 to 10,000 steps a day. I need cardio 3 times a week, at least 30 minutes. I prefer my bike. I don't care what anybody else's cardio is. And then 2 full body workouts a week. Healthy eating. When it comes to nutrition, counting calories or macros is usually the best bet. It's usually what I kind of like preach. I can do it kind of in my head. I do like basics in my app because I have the app. I still have my app. Of course I do. 18. So my calories are 1,800. My goal is to just get my strength back. A lot of it. When I was on my shit, I looked amazing. Not like I do now. Like, I am poopy. I'm getting hives from I don't even know what, from eating so much shit. Like, I'm just, it's not good. It's not good. So day 3. That's what I got. We're feeling better. We're going to get back in the groove. We're going to do a nice big grocery haul that you're going to see, not today, but on Tuesday. And that's really it. Going to see my life pieced together. A little here and there of what I'm doing in a day. Just making sure that I get my steps in, 2 full bodies, and eating healthy. 3 steps. I don't have to worry about my water because I already drink 1.5 gallons of water every day. I like my water, especially with my electrolyte packets. So movement is really my biggest thing. You'll notice me complain about my home gym a lot because it's just not the same vibe. I wish that I could get it to be as, I don't know, like better vibes in there. Maybe it's because I'm alone. I worked out alone when I was at the gym though. Like I had my friends that would come over. As you can see, my eyes are all puffy still from. But we're gonna stay away from dairy and gluten. That's gonna be part of this uh, new plan because I have a feeling that I've already known that I have a dairy intolerance that will fuck up my stomach. And I think with all the pasta that I've had, that I'm seeing that I have a gluten intolerance too, which is pretty normal. And it's the end of the month, so rations in the house are a little bit low. So we're going to be eating a lot of green beans and rice. That's really what I got. What else? I don't know. You'll see it. Long form coming at you. It's what I know. Anywho, see, I'm not going to say goodbye because. Hello. Here is day, I don't know, 4? I think, something like that. I just wanted to show getting movement in. It's like 8 o'clock. I am watching my YouTube, finishing up the last of my coffee, and on my bike. Just want to make sure that I get all of my movement in. Yesterday went okay for the most part. We made sure we got our 10,000 steps, and we got the bike in. That's how I got my steps in. I counted my steps. And, oh, what an awful angle. I always feel like I look like shit. It's just, I don't know. I don't like the way I look. I haven't liked the way that I look since I left the gym full time. But yesterday we got all of our movement in. I did okay with eating. I did eat gluten. Unfortunately, it's what I freaking got. I had pasta that had gluten. Oh, see, that's just and then Mason made muffins, and I snagged 2 of those with peanut butter. So they had gluten in it. I buy like unbleached whole wheat flour and like real stuff, and she made it out of, they're like a baking soda muffin basically, but she added cinnamon sugar and I forgot cinnamon sugar and pumpkin spice. There we go. So she just added flavorings, but it's basically just like a baking soda muffin kind of like a wannabe banana muffin, but oh, my eyes are all swollen. See, that's why I haven't been videotaping myself, because when I look at myself, it's like, oh god. So it's hard for me. Like, I can tell that my eye is off right now. It's legit bothering me. A little better. Anyways, getting our movements in. Eating is just what it's going to be until food stamps come in. So I want to put the grocery order in, so as soon as I get my food stamps, they're all set and I can have them. I get mine on, Ange gets hers on the second. Ange gets hers on the 1st. But because she's working out of town, I don't really want to touch hers. So I'll get something for dinner, and then I'll give her she'll keep the rest of hers to do whatever she needs to do with them. and I will wait for mine on the 2nd and get a big order. I will get probably 8 rolls of turkey burger because that's my favorite. Some type of roast that I could cut up into steaks. For meat, I'll get hamburgers for the children. I do have to split it up into food that I eat and then food that the children will eat, because if I do just what I eat, the kids won't eat. So I have to make sure that I do it kind of evenly. But yeah, so that's on today's game plan. Today's Monday, so we're going to work. We're going to get our movement in. We're going to finish our YouTube. We're on our about second cup of coffee. I'm out of coffee creamer, so I'm using Ange's. Ange's coffee creamer is just the coffee cake. It's gluten-free and dairy-free, but it's also higher in sugar and calories than my Silk. I use Silk almond and protein powder, but I'm out of protein shakes, so I use Fairlife for that. Yeah, instead of using creamer, I'll use some Fairlife chocolate protein with Silk almond. It brings down the calories and clearly ups the protein, but I've been out. I only get, they're $5 a bottle. They don't, yeah. So I guess if I had almond milk, I could do almond milk with my plant protein, which I do like my plant protein, but it's no Fairlife. I wish Fairlife would come in a powder. That would be cool. Anyways, we're going to finish our movement. We're going to then take the laptop into the office/gym, and we are going to get some work done. Because I've been sick, I say we, I don't know, because there's more than one of me, I guess. I've been sick, so I've been down and out. So we're going to get our social media posts going again. I got Facebook and Instagram that I have to catch up on. I know I don't have any comments or anything that I have to go through because, well, that would send me a notification. So I know I don't have that. So that's going to happen. I'm waiting on Haley and Alexis's check-in. I have to go through the other 2 girls. July will be just in a couple days, so I need to make sure that their plans are all ready and ready for the new month. I probably won't, I might update their movements a couple here or there. I don't update, I don't do full brand new workouts every month, because once you get a movement down and it's working really well, let's not change it until it's not working very well, or if you get bored. So I'll go in and I might update a movement here, go through, see if they have any comments on the workouts, see if there's anything they want changed, update the couple, and then go from there. Because they each have full bodies, and then the majority of the girls are still on full body. I think there's only one. Yeah, Destiny is the only one that is programmed to have it split up to 2 lower bodies and 1 upper body, because that's what she wanted to focus on, one. And she was the only one that was able to get into the gym 3 days a week. So that's how I have hers programmed out. And then she has full bodies to fall back on if she knows she's not going to get into the gym. So if you know you're not going to get into the gym, do 2 full bodies instead of the 2 upper and the 2 lower and an upper. Anyways, so I'll go through, make sure their workouts are fine, nutrition, see what they're putting in, make adjustments, check-ins. I'll go through all 4 girls' check-ins. That's going to be done today. We're going to get our Facebook up and going. Stories. They say that you should post 7 times a day on stories. That seems like a lot, but we're going to do that in the office. And then I'd like to get a workout in today. I have one of my full bodies. I already did, excuse me, I already did, like a workout plan. There, go for myself. Like I already did the 2 full bodies, and I can make it up in my head as I go pretty easily. It doesn't really, pretty easily, and have it be a good workout. Words that I can't speak. But yeah, I already have 2 in my plan that I could whip right out and do. And if I don't feel like doing them, I'll just switch out a movement to what I want to do. Just want to keep that movement in. Maybe go for a walk. I don't know. But we got work to do today. I definitely want to continue working on cleaning up this bedroom. Me and Ann switch rooms a lot because our babies don't get along. So we do sleep in separate rooms just because we love our boys that much. Right now, my youngest boy is in there with my baby Hercules, and then I have Atlas because he's a bigger baby. Who doesn't ever want to be alone. So, yeah, that's where we're at. That's our update for now. If I have anything interesting or whatever, I will give you a quick turn on, but pretty much getting in movement. Let's see. 25 minutes. My heart rate's at 125, which is, a little high, but not like crazy, as you can tell. Say what? RPM of 2, maybe 3. Because I'm clearly talking and but I need to get my cardiovascular back. Yeah, it's just, so that's what we're doing. Movement's happening. There's your game plan. We'll see you in the next bit. Hello. Welcome back to this vlog. It's been a few days. Not gonna lie. Let's see. Tomorrow will be Friday, which will make a full 2 weeks. I've been much better on my food. I even meal prepped my ingredients so that it's easier. And then this is my second workout this week. And I got some cardio in, and I'm going to go do another 45 minutes of cardio after I get out of the gym. I got my bike in the bedroom where the air conditioning is. There's no fan in here. So holding Hannah, but kind of proud of myself. I made it happen. The other day, it was like a quick, it was only like 20 minutes. I want to say it was like 3 movements. I did split squats, a couple single RDLs, shoulder presses. I think that was it. And then like 45 minutes on the bike. And then today was a pretty decent. I did 5 movements, 3 sets of each, except for the last movement, the tricep. I was like, okay, I'm done. I don't want to overdo it. Because, like, part of me is like, you can keep going. You have more in the tank. But it's like, I've been out of working out for 2 months or so. So, I know better. So, let's just follow my own advice and do as I say and not as I do. You know what I'm saying? But I thought it was super interesting that I thought maybe I would show some of my body that I'm not so hot on right now. So, technically, it's been a couple months since I've practiced, and even I can't really see my feet. Now, technically, I stepped on the scale yesterday, and I was 169. Now on June 10th, I was 160 even. And to be 169 again, oh, it hurts my heart. But what I find so interesting is that when I left the gym, I was, oh shit, I forgot to do this. Okay. When I left the gym, I was by far the best shape I was in my whole life. I was working out 5 days a week, and I had the most beautiful quad sweep, okay? The most beautiful quad sweep that no longer is there. Like, if I kind of move where we can see her, but not very well. But we had the most beautiful quad sweep. And, but as far as the scale goes, I'm pretty much the same as I was. What are you want to give a little hiney? I think it's very interesting that on the scale, I am the same as I was when I left the gym, but physically, I don't even know if it catches it, but physically, I definitely am not. Like, the stomach is definitely not as flat. My face is not as chiseled. It's way puffier. I am getting over some bell palsy, though. My whole, like, right side of the face, completely, like, yeah, you can still see it, like, you can see it, you can kind of see it in the first couple clips where my eyes looked crooked. Yeah, it was because I had bell palsy going on. But the whole reason that I brought this up was because so many people worry so much about what the number on that scale is. Like, what that scale number is. Like, oh, I can't be, shout out to my beautiful niece. She hates the number on her scale. Looks fucking phenomenal. She basically did almost 2 years of, like a light bulk, pretty much. It was like a maintenance bulk. The number on that scale is the biggest she's ever been. But she looks the best she's ever been, and she's, like, kind of bugging out by it. So, but the number on the scale doesn't mean jack diddly squat. It's about when you look in the mirror, what does that say? Now, if I think about back in the beginning, back in the day, bro, it's always this side. It's always this angle that gets me. My booty has gotten flatter. That's another one. My butt is not as nice as she was. We're going to get back to that. But when I was almost 300 pounds, my biggest thing was my stomach. If my stomach could just be smaller than my boobs, I have no boobs right anymore. I've lost all of my boobs. But it was like, if my stomach could just be smaller than my boobs, I'd be happy. Well, my stomach is smaller than my boobs, and I'm still not happy. Because I have bigger goals now. But the moral of the story is your dream body probably is a lot bigger on the scale than you think it is. Because the scale is stupid. Okay, ladies and gents? The scale is stupid. That's the moral of the story today. But, I don't know. It's kind of nice to be back in this long format. There's, a couple clips here and there. Me getting it in. Makes it sound dirty. A bit dirty. But I'll throw this on the computer, do some editing, and start a new one, I think. It's been officially 2 weeks. I didn't step on the scale before yesterday, like 2 weeks mark. So I'm going from June 10th, I was 160. And then yesterday I was 169. I've gotten my food down. I haven't binged. Kind of happy about that. I haven't binged. I do try to make sure that I eat later. I don't have my first meal until about 2 o'clock. Yeah. So I'm just going to go do my cardio. Hang out with my doggies because they're crying. It's hot in here. There's no AC. I need to find a fan for up in here. But that's all, folks, I guess. I'm out of practice. I guess, little mamas, peace out.